Hi, I'm Dr. Rosalyn George, board-certified dermatologist and owner of Wilmington Dermatology Center in Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm also a national trainer for Allergan and in the top 2% of injectors in the country as a Black Diamond account. Today we're going to talk about Botox, and when people hear Botox, they get a little bit freaked out because they see a lot of bad Botox on TV, and that is really the exception to the rule. I can't tell you the countless number of people that come into my office and say, I'm never having Botox, and then they talk about what their concerns are, and I have to explain to them, well, that's Botox. And there are millions of people that are getting procedures done multiple times a year, and you would never ever know that they had it done when it's done correctly. And that's why it's really important to go to somebody who knows what they're doing. There really is an art to a lot of this stuff, and yes, there are FDA approved indications and injection spots, but not everybody follows the textbook, and so you really have to be able to look at how somebody's muscles move to get them a natural look. And what Botox is, people go, oh, I'm afraid because it's Botox, I don't want to inject something into my face. And what it is a purified protein that is injected directly into a muscle in very, very tiny amounts, and what that does is your muscle takes it up and it prevents the muscle from communicating with each other. So you're unable to then make the faces. As you can see, I can't really frown because I actually have some in this area. It's FDA approved for treatment of the frown lines, which are called the glabellar lines, and also the crow's feet. But we always use it off-label in lots of other places. Frequently used to treat the forehead lines, and I love to use it in the lower face, and this is a very advanced technique. I love to use it for these muscles here that pull down here. You can use it for the tiny little fine lines that you get above the top of the lip. Also for jaw shaping, if somebody is a teeth grinder and they start to get that square jaw because their masseter or chewing muscle is getting hypertrophied or enlarged, you can actually use it there to shape the jaw, a little bit under the chin or in the neckline. So there's so many places that we can put this that really enhance our results of everything else. And there was actually just a study that showed when you use Botox in conjunction with the dermal fillers, which I spoke about in a different blog, the results actually even last longer. The biggest thing too people are always worried about, you can see, is, oh, I have to have an injection. Well, we're injecting with the tiniest little needle. It's the same needle that we used for somebody, a diabetic, to get insulin, and they're injecting themselves multiple times a day. So we're using a tiny, tiny little needle. And what you can expect is that you'll come in, and this is to treat dynamic wrinkles. People are always confused. Well, I want to have Botox down here. It's not going to fill in a line. That's really your juvederms and your volumas. It's for dynamic wrinkles, so wrinkles that move. So if you can smile or make a facial expression that causes a wrinkle, that's where we're going to use Botox. And what we do is we have you move. We're going to kind of mark the area where the muscle is, and then we use tiny little bits trailed along the muscle complex to gently relax. We still want to have movement. You can see I can move my eyebrows, I can still smile, I can still frown. I look very natural without having a lot of product in there. The results will typically last 3 to 4 months. Sometimes people get a little bit more longevity out of it. I say one of the biggest side effects of Botox is that once you get it, you're going to want to get it. It's a very high satisfaction rate. It actually there are more medical uses than there are cosmetic uses of Botox. We use it in a lot of different things. I use it also for sweating under the arms. It's a very effective treatment for that. And so it works. People are happy with it. If it's done right, you can get a very natural appearance. It's great for men and women. A lot of men are in sales, they're in front of people, and nowadays people want to look good, and so we do have a lot of men getting it done. We call that Botox, and of course it's just a popular procedure, and it's relatively affordable. It works, and you get great results that last about 3 to 4 months.